Hi, this is David to tell you a little bit about pHion. Now, I understand it looks like pHion, but it is pronounced pHion. At any rate, our story started about 10 years ago when I turned about 30 years old. Well, up to that point in my 20s, I was actually a pretty healthy person. I prescribed to the natural approach to health. I took herbs. Heck, I was drinking wheatgrass before anybody knew what the heck it was. I mean, I figured if it grew or it existed in nature, it had to be a lot better for you than the synthetic man-made crud, right? Well, eventually though, you get busy and life and a business and a family, and so I started eating whatever they were feeding me. You go down the aisle of the grocery store and they're feeding you bagels and Cheerios and cookies and pizzas and beers and all that. Well, seemed pretty normal, right? Man, by the time I hit 30, it was like over. My body was just done metabolizing things like it had done in the past. And I hit a wall. I gained 30 pounds. This chubby guy was me. I was sluggish. I was tired. I was fatigued. And I was done. I was like, man, by the time I'm 40, I'm going to be freaking huge. So I just went on a quest. I wanted to find out what was really going on in my body. I happened to hear Tony Robbins talk about how important biochemical balance was in your body, and more specifically, pH balance. He talked about what happens when the fluids of your body start to become acidic. You gain weight, you get fatigued, you're tired, you're sluggish, your skin doesn't look good, you're just, it's no good. And that was totally me. I understood it. And I also understood the principle. Because when I was in my 20s, I was making tie-dye t-shirts. And eventually we started taking white t-shirts and dyeing the whole thing. And if you wanted to hit a specific color, we had to control the pH of the bath water. If we were off by 1/10 of a point, we didn't get the right color. pH is a catalyst in any reaction. Well, guess what, folks? It's the same thing in your body. Your body is 70% fluid. When those fluids and the pH of those fluids isn't on spot, on where it needs to be, the 150 trillion cells in your body will not work effectively. You won't effectively nourish your body. You won't effectively metabolize. You won't effectively reduce the waste and eliminate the cellular debris. You can't do it because your whole body gets bogged down. That epiphany for me, it went off. And so I went on a 90-day alkalizing regimen. I was eating only alkaline-forming foods. I was hydrating my body with alkaline water. I was getting a ton of green drinks, wheatgrass juice. I eliminated all acid-forming foods. And my body literally transformed in 90 days. As a matter of fact, the first 6 weeks, I lost like 25 pounds. Man, that was real to me. And so that was the seed to pHion. I simply wanted to show others what I had learned and to share that. And so here we are. We're 10 years later. pHion is the category leader in pH balance. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people in over 90 countries tap into the truth that pH is life. When you solve for a very simple equation and realize sometimes the most profound things are really not so profound. This is pretty simple math. When you solve for the acid load that's created every day and you solve for it and you fix it and you neutralize it and you stay in balance, your quality of health is going to return back to when you were in your teens and 20s. You're going to feel more alert. You're going to feel energetic. You're going to get your body weight to that normal state. You're going to have a baseline from where your body can heal itself and recuperate and rejuvenate. We work with Christopher Vasey, who's one of the world's foremost authorities on pH balance, detoxification, rejuvenation, and he has helped pHion to develop the most comprehensive, complete line of pH balancing products that deliver true results. They work. And that's why we've succeeded. We want you to succeed. I really encourage you to read his book, The Acid-Alkaline Diet for Optimal Health. Visit our site, phionbalance.com. Learn about how pH affects your body, what happens when you're acidic versus what happens when you're balanced. And the more you learn and the more you implement, you will realize that pH is the foundation for optimal health. and that when you experience a greater quality of health, you're going to experience a greater quality of life. So that's about us. Thanks for watching.
Hey, discover more keys to vibrant health. Click over here for the next related video. Click here to learn why pH balance is the key to vibrant health. Click here to learn more about pHion. Click here to learn more about related products. Click down here to get your free acid-alkaline food guide and recipe book. And click over here to get your free pH fitness guide. Thanks a lot for watching.